are going to, it's going to be Palio now for a little bit. And I think before we get there, we'll talk more with you about the Palio, but we should properly attire ourselves, wouldn't you say?
Think so. I think so.
I got to swoosh it.
Yeah, zhuzh it. There you go.
There you go.
Make sure you can see all my colors here. Yes, that's good.
And I am not from your contrada.
But
How
that's
many
okay.
neighborhoods are there in Siena?
17.
17. And how many compete in the Palio twice a year?
Just 10 for safety reasons.
So there's some kind of a drawing where they decide which 10 compete, and then everybody's sporting their, and can you at a glance, do you know what neighborhood this is from?
Absolutely, drago. È facile.
Dragon, is that what that means?
Yes, drago,
So,
dragon.
I had no idea what I was buying. I just needed something colorful to wear. And I'm an honorary member of the Dragon neighborhood.
Va bene, okay, I'll allow it this time.
I have an excuse. I didn't know what I was doing. Forgive me.
No, we like dragon. Dragon is where San Domenico is. So Catherine's head and thumb are in dragon territory, but she is from the goose. But I am from the lupa.
And what does lupa mean?
The she-wolf, which we've already seen, is one of the symbols of Siena and Rome, and the best colors, black, white, and orange. Okay,
so we are now wearing our appropriate colors, and let's get into the Palio season. Across Europe, festival traditions go back centuries and are filled with time-honored pageantry and ritual. Entire communities hurl themselves with abandon into the craziness. There's no better example than here in Italy, Siena's Palio. Twice a year, that spirit shows itself in a 5-century-old citywide competition that culminates in a crazy horse race. Siena is divided into 17 neighborhoods, or contrade. With their mascots and flags, these have long been competitive and filled with rivalry. Each July and each August, the entire city readies itself for the big race. Its centerpiece, Il Campo, is transformed into a medieval racetrack as tons of clay are packed atop the cobbles and bleachers are set up. Before the race, competing neighborhoods gather for communal dinners that last well into the night. There are rousing choruses with everybody cheering their contrada. For days, processions break out across the city. With waving flags and pounding drums, it all harkens back to the Middle Ages, when these rituals boosted morale before battle. A highlight of the parade is the actual banner, or Palio. This Palio, featuring the Virgin Mary, to whom the race is dedicated, will be awarded to the victorious contrada. Finally, with what seems like the entire city packed into Il Campo, it's race time. Bleachers and balcony seats are expensive, but it's free to join the masses in the middle. The snorting horses and their nervous riders line up, jockeying for the best spot. Silence takes over. Once the rope drops, there's one basic rule. There are no rules. They race bareback like crazy, while spectators go wild. Life stops for these frantic 3 laps, just 90 seconds. When the winner crosses the line, the winning contrada goes berserk. Tears of joy flow, people embrace. The winners thunder through the streets and eventually into the cathedral, filled with jubilation. Then the winners raise their coveted Palio high, champions, until the next race. Oh boy. Hey, well, we've been having so much fun talking that we're running a little late, but I've got to show you these little clips here. So I'm going to just go right through them, and they're just 5 or 6 minutes of clips from the Palio, and then we'll talk more with Anna about what each of them meant. Here we go.
Do again.
No. Hi, I'm Rick Steves, and I'm in Siena, about 1 mile outside of town, at a beautiful bed and breakfast called Francis Lodge. And the great thing about Siena is this culture is alive and well. It's the home of the Palio, and Francis is going to demonstrate the historic flags and how this was a language for the military.
Exactly. So they move the flag, just like in it, to show to the army to move. When they like to stop the army, they round the flag around the body. For the attack, they round the flag over the head, this way, and this is for the attack.
Bravo! Bravo! And what contrada are you with?
This is the tower with the elephant.
And what is the name of that?
Tower.
The tower contrada.
The only contrada who has two rivals.
Yeah.
One by Boda, no recognized. The other is the historical enemy, we don't know the date.
What is the best contrada?
This one.
The tower. Okay. Ciao, grazie. And Francis runs a great little B&B, a fancy B&B outside of town, just a short ride out of town, called Francis Lodge, one that's been in my book for, I think, 20 years now. Hi, I'm Rick Steves, and I'm in Siena. This is Palio time. It's several days of just community mayhem in a beautiful way. I'm wearing the banner of the dragon, the dragons. I think there's 17 different neighborhoods. They're called contrade, and this is the dragon contrade here. And they're all out and about. The kids are having a good time. It's the community coming together. And I was just thinking, you know, in the United States we have a lot of great festivals, but what I really like about Europe's festivals, and correct me if I'm wrong, they have more comfortable, multi-generational. The kids, the adults, the grannies, the young singles, plenty of alcohol. You know, you got your beer and you got your wine right in front of the kids. And this is a community coming together. And this goes way, way back centuries. And right now we are just really, really immersed in a wonderful example of community in Europe. And we're in Siena, about 2 hours north of Rome. And when we look out and see this magnificent city and the beautiful moon, I think we know this is a delightful place to travel. Happy Palio from Siena. And the big horse race is the day after tomorrow. So this is out my window from my hotel, and they're setting up for the big dinner for this neighborhood. And it's all nicely prepared. And then when they have their big bash, whoa, right outside the window in my hotel. And then the next day, it's gone. And they do this twice a year. I'm Rick Steves, and I'm out late at night in Siena. It's the night before the Palio, and all 17 neighborhoods are out dining, singing, drinking, and being convivial. It's in touch with its heritage, the pride of 17 different neighborhoods. The contrada is very clear, and everywhere you look, they have sort of closed off streets. And here's a neighborhood, and these guys, I think it's the Owl District. And if you look up here, I don't know what's up here, but you can see there's lots going on. Happy travels. And now we have a special vantage point from a friend of Roberto's. If you have friends that have an apartment overlooking the Campo, everybody wants to be in touch with you, baby. And we're here in a beautiful spot to watch and just feel the energy here as we enjoy the Palio. Wow. I'm Rick Steves, and I'm with my friend Franco. And Franco lets us have this beautiful place to enjoy the Palio. And It's just, this is so nice to have a friend to give us this thing. Franco, grazie, ciao. So we've got our special little spot, and it's right here. And this is our private little booth. And I'll tell you, when you have friends like Roberto and Franco, you get to be able to enjoy the view from up here. Excuse me, man. And for like an hour, everybody's packing in. And you can see way over there on the left, that's the one entrance into El Campo. And they just keep packing the people in. You got to get in touch with your inner sardine. And there's like, I don't know how many tens of thousands of people are going to enjoy this thing, but every conceivable balcony, every window is packed. This happens twice a year. It's happened for 500 years. And we happen to be right above the starting point. And right now you can see the man right below us there, and he's got exactly how you do this. He's looking at his scrapbook, and that scrapbook probably goes back in different iterations for 500 years. And are they doing it right? Well, I hope so, because there's a lot of tradition, and it's very, very strict. But in about an hour, they will have this place as packed as possible. Every one of the 10 contrade that are competing will be lined up here with their horses, and then they go around this track 3 times, and somebody is going to win, and that contrade is going to go crazy all night long. And we're just kind of hoping it's not the Panther, because that's where our hotel is. And if the Panther wins, we're going to get no sleep tonight. But this is the Palio, and the dignitaries are going to be right there. There's plenty of security. There's plenty of emergency health people. There's plenty of tradition. And this is the proud city of Siena. Happy travels from the Palio. Okay, so now, Anna, we were up there watching this, and the year we were there, your contrada won, right? Lupa.
We did.
Now, we've got, yes, we did. No big deal. We've got, I've got a 1-minute clip coming up that shows the pandemonium in the streets as we go to the cathedral. But I remember seeing you off and on the days leading up to this, and I don't think you had won for decades. And then you won 2 in the same year.
We did. We won in July, and then we won in August. I'm getting nervous. I know exactly what's going to happen. I know exactly what happened, but we won both. Only the 17th time in history that's happened. Our second time, the last time was 1785. And then in 2016, we hadn't won in 27 years. So the euphoria of going from the grandmother, quote unquote, the closest to death, to the newborn winning Contrada twice.
Okay, so let's do that. And I'll never forget the joy that you and your neighbors felt. So here we are. Lupa, the she-wolf, has just won. Yeah! Lupa won, and that contrada is going crazy. So I'm just being a human shield for my cameraman. So I'm standing there bracing him, and everybody has to go around me so he can get a shot. I didn't win, but Lupa did. I'm blocking Simon. It's a human river. I'm multitasking. I'm doing a Facebook video and I'm blocking for Simon. Simon's getting... So it's pandemonium here. Okay. Meanwhile, Carl, our other photographer, has run the cathedral. He's stationed himself in the cathedral to see all of the craziness coming in to get that banner from the cathedral. I think we got a sea of people. We got enough. All right, we're going to head up to the cathedral right now. That's inside the cathedral right now. And that's the jockey that one for Lupa. and and Anna is patting her heart. Oh, my heart.